I keep futzing with the camera, but frankly, nothing is going to make me look less short. Hello and welcome to a weird video. This is usually the home of the Freakish Lemon video podcast, but today is not a podcast episode, it's a YouTube video type thing. Like, actual YouTuber video type thing. I don't know, I'm trying a thing, I had some ideas, so here's the thing. Hello, I am the Freakish Lemon, I go by Adrian, I use masculine pronouns, and today we're gonna talk Halloween, because I love Halloween, as you can see behind me. And one of the best parts about Halloween is watching Halloween movies. But sometimes you get a little, tired of the same old Halloween movies. I mean, I love Dracula, but watching it for 24 hours a day for the next 3 weeks is really going to be slightly boring. So today I'm bringing you 13 non-traditional Halloween movies that you can put into your Halloween queue so that, in between Halloween 57 and Saw 48, you can have something just a little bit different this season. I have no idea how many Halloween movies there are, or Saw movies. Just making up numbers. Plus, we're gonna have the added bonus of a bunch of family-friendly movies. But like always, viewer discretion is advised. It's up to you what you think your children are going to be capable of handling. But let's get on with the list. These are in no particular order. Also in the down bar or show notes or whatever I've got going on here on YouTube and other places you might be watching this, I will also include some ideas of where you can get your hands on some of these movies. So let's get started. The first movie I'm going to suggest is The Mummy. The original black and white The Mummy is considered one of the great horror classics, but usually when you go to a list for things to watch this Halloween season, Brendan Fraser's The Mummy is not it. But like its black and white counterpart, it does have mummies being brought back to life, with the added bonus of humorous adventure. Number 2 on my list is Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl. You can't get any better than Undead Pirates, right? I know we were all a little sick of this movie when it came out because it just kept everybody talking about it all the time. That wasn't even a sentence, but we're just gonna roll with it. It was like pirate overload, but it's been a while. Drag that one out of the depths of your DVD collection, or whatever you've got going on, and give that one another watch. Undead Pirates is the way to go. Number 3 is going a little bit old school. The Black Cauldron. Quick poll of the audience, how many of you still have a bunch of these lying around your house? Let's be honest, because we have a lot of them. The Black Cauldron is old school dark fantasy Disney, witches, black magic, creepy castles. This might have been, if I remember correctly, the first Disney animated feature to earn a PG rating. In the past, this has been a kind of a difficult one to find, but thank you, Internet. It's a lot easier to find now, and I'll have where you can buy it or stream it down below. Number 4 is the Disney classic, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And if all you remember from this movie is singing and woodland creatures, you might want to double check your memories because there is some really creepy witch action going on in this movie. Seriously, it was the scariest ride at Disneyland. It was very scary. It has not stopped haunting my dreams. Number 5 is a good old favorite, Harry Potter. Let's be real, there's no bad time of the year to watch Harry Potter, but, witches and wizards, ghosts, monsters, that's kind of what Halloween is all about, and chances are either you or somebody you know has them all in a set, so you could just throw them on whenever. Number 6 is The Wizard of Oz. Despite this movie popularizing the stereotypical witch look, with the Wicked Witch of the West, it never gets added to Halloween movie lists. Ever. Also creepier than you remember it being, so find your old copy of this, put it on, and enjoy some great witch shenanigans. Number 7, which I don't have a physical copy of, is Spirited Away. If you're not an anime fan, you might not have seen this one when it came out, but Spirited Away is the story of a girl who accidentally crosses over to a magical spirit realm with her family and then is trapped there and has to find a way out. Another movie with witches and spirits and magical creatures. It's kind of perfect to add to your Halloween fantasy marathon. Number 8 is I'll get it one of these days. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I mentioned witchy shenanigans before. This is the movie for you if you would like witchy shenanigans. This is the story of Miss Eglantine Price, played by Angela Lansbury, who is learning how to be a witch and, kind of her adventures in completing that course, in order to help the war effort, since this is set in World War II. Frankly, it's one of my favorite witch movies, and one that I will watch anytime, anywhere. You just say the word, so, you know, if you haven't added it to your witch movie collection, you should think about doing so. It's fantastic. Number 9 is The Hobbit. No, not Peter Jackson's The Hobbit. Rankin The Hobbit. Don't be fooled by the fact that it is an animated movie. It is super creepy. Goblins, giant spiders, Gollum at his Gollumest. This animated movie kind of captures all the darkest parts of The Hobbit that you remember reading. Number 10, which I also do not have physically, is Coraline. With Paranorman and Box Trolls coming out relatively quickly after Coraline, Coraline kind of gets left off of the Halloween movie lists. You usually see Paranorman, and sometimes they add Box Trolls, but I personally think it is the creepiest out of those 3 movies to come out of Laika Studios. It's another otherworld type story where a girl has to puzzle her way home and hopefully save her family, but it is a very creepy, delightful movie. Number 11 is Legend. Now, some of you might have recently heard about this movie being talked about on podcasts like Stuff Mom Never Told You or the Yarngasm podcast because of the unicorns involved, but this is 80s dark fantasy. Everything might be covered in glitter, and yes, there might be unicorns, but it's kind of dark and unsettling and has the devil being played by Tim Curry, so just the uneasiness factor kind of makes it a compelling Halloween fantasy type movie. Number 12 is yet more Disney, Sleeping Beauty. But seriously, have you watched any of these recently? They're really scary. This movie also has my favorite Disney villain ever, Maleficent, who is a combination of the scariest woman you've ever known and dragons. So, compelling and terrifying. And number 13 is Pacific Rim. Now, I know, your mileage may vary with giant monster movies, but we have to be honest, giant monster movies are part of this whole classic Halloween horror genre. I mean, Godzilla, King Kong, the creature from the Black Lagoon, just terrifying things emerging from the depths of somewhere is a part of Halloween. And since this is a fairly recent one, it's not as cheesy as some of those other ones, so you might get more mileage if you are watching movies with a bunch of other people. I mean, I love the cheesy monster movies, but sometimes it's a little hard to get other people to watch them with you. And that's 13 non-traditional Halloween movies that you can add into your Halloween movie rotation this season. And since there was no television included on this list of non-traditional Halloween things, I'm going to give you a bonus episode of a TV show that nobody would ever outright say, yes, this is a Halloween thing, and that is Star Trek: The Original Series. If you go on Netflix, Season 2, Episode 7, Catspaw. Star Trek is known for its theme planets, 1920s Gangster Planet, Nazi Planet, Gladiatorial Planet, but in Season 2, Episode 7, they land on the Haunted House Planet. So enjoy that. And what do you think? Do any of you guys have any ideas for other non-traditional Halloween movies? Please comment below and let me know what they are. I'd love to hear your suggestions. And that is the end of the video. So, thumbs up if you liked it, hit subscribe if you want to see more. There will be at least one more short video like this, and then we'll follow with the regularly scheduled-ish podcast. So, let me know what you think, and let me know your non-traditional Halloween movies that you will be watching this year. Goodbye.